No. Hell yeah.
I think that might be it.
We found that we all answered different numbers of these questions yes. The actual number of yes responses wasn't as important as how we felt inside and how our mission had in our life. Some of these questions don't even use drugs. This is because addiction is an insidious disease that affects all areas of our life. Even those areas which seem at first to have little to do with drugs. The different drugs we use were not as important as why we use them, but they did for us. When we first read this question, it was frightening for us to think about the addicts. Some of us tried to dismiss these thoughts by saying, oh, those questions don't make sense, or I'm different, I know I take those, but I'm not an addict, I have real emotional life, or I'm just having a tough time getting it together right now, or I'll be able to stop when I find the right person, so I can get the right conversation with next.
My name's Morgan. I'm an addict.
Hey, Morgan.
As an addict, you must first admit that you have a problem with drugs before any progress can be made toward recovery. These questions, when honestly approached, may help to show you how using drugs has made your life unmanageable. Addiction is a disease which, without recovery, ends in jails, institutions, and death. Many of us came to Narcotics Anonymous because drugs had stopped doing what we needed them to do. Addiction takes our pride, self-esteem, family, loved ones, and even our desire to live. If you have not reached this point in your addiction, you don't have to. We have found that our own private hell is within us. If you want help, you can find it in the fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous.
What?
Greg.
Hey, Greg.
We were searching for an answer when we reached out and found Narcotics Anonymous. We came to our first AA meeting in defeat and didn't know what to expect. After sitting in a meeting or several meetings, we began to feel that people cared and were willing to help. Although our minds told us we would never make it, the people in the fellowship gave us hope by insisting that we could be better. Surrounded by fellow addicts, we realized that we were not alone anymore. Recovery is what happens in our meetings. Our lives are at stake. We found that by putting recovery first, the program works. In phase 3, disturbing realization. Thanks.
Thanks for reading, Greg.
Tony had one. Phase 3, disturbing realizations. 1, we're powerless over addiction and our lives are unmanaged. 2, although we are not responsible for our disease, we are responsible for our recovery. 3, we no longer blame people, places, and things for our addiction. We must face our problems and our feelings. The ultimate weapon for recovery is the recovering addict.
Talk about it.
I want to thank everyone for reading. Is there anyone here for their very first NA meeting or at this meeting for the first time? If so, please give us your first name so that we may welcome.
You been here before?
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I'm an addict.
Hey, Nicole.
Glad you're here.
My name is Kimberly, and I'm a addict.
Hey, Kimberly. What's up?
My name is Brooke and I'm an addict.
What up, Brooke? How you doing, Brooke? Hey.
My name is Levon and I'm an addict.
Hey, LeVon.
Glad you're here. Welcome home, everybody. Glad you're here. Please keep coming back because we need you.
Definitely.
So the meeting is now open. We can talk about the readings, the daily meditation, or whatever's on your mind. I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor. Just be mindful of your sharing time because there may be someone else that wants to share. And then we'll be passing around the 7 tradition basket later on in the meeting, just stating that we are fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. All contributions go to pay for coffee, bread, literature, but more importantly, carrying the message. And the floor is now open.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.
My name's Brittany. I'm an addict. I've always known that my mom was like an addict growing up, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be like her. Drugs are her choice. It's not a disease. Blah 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 blah. So I found myself in the 4th grade sniffing hand sanitizer because it made me feel good. And, oh God. I was growing up, like I did drugs all throughout high school, and then I've always done drugs, and it's just like, oh, I'm a drug addict. That's cool. It's cool to do drugs, you know what I mean? Like it's cool to go to school after you've been out for freaking 4 days and even wonder what's wrong with you. Oh God, and recently in my active addiction, I thought it's just the meth. It's only the meth that I'm doing. That's the only reason why I lose my mind. And then I'll switch it up to something else, and then I lose my mind on that. And it's just like, I just lose my mind every time, or I drink and I end up getting into a fight and get my ass beat or end up in jail. Like, it's either shitty or shittier. There ain't nothing good about it. I know I'm an addict, and I've come to terms with that, and I accept it. And it's hard for me to have to think, like, this is something I have to do every single day. And then somebody told me, don't think that far into the future. If you just think about today, if you're okay with not doing drugs today, then you'll be okay. And with that, I have.
My name's Morgan, I'm an addict.
Morgan.
Hey, Morgan.
And recently, I had gotten back into cycling, which is just like a passion that I had let go, because I just wanted to wallow in self-pity and stay on my couch and just basically only get up and get what I needed to do. And now I'm back on my bike, and while I'm riding, I'm just like thinking about like how the physical struggle of riding is so much like the struggle of recovery, or the process of recovery. And like you were saying, you don't have to look too far into the future, and like that's one of the tricks that I use when I'm on my bike, and I'm like looking up this huge hill, and it's like when I'm looking up it, it just seems like I can't do it. But if I just look at my front tire and just watch it turn, that's all I have to do is just make it turn. Just keep pedaling and just keep pushing, and you don't have to go fast. Like I'm not in a race. I just have to keep moving forward. And even if it came down to getting off of my bike and pushing it up that hill, that would be okay too. And like I just have to remember that this is like an athletic process of the mind and the spirit. And like when you build muscle in your body, you end up burning more fat. And it gets easier to lose weight, even though that's not what I'm doing. But like the more muscle you build, the easier the process gets. So it's like the more you work towards your recovery, the easier it will be to keep working towards furthering your recovery. Like you just keep building these muscles, and then you face bigger challenges. It's not like you build muscle and then you just stay on one plane and you never face another challenge. It just makes you stronger to be able to face bigger challenges. So I'm grateful to be able to return to a passion and to be able to think about these things on my bike.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thanks, Morgan. Hello, my name is Mo, and I'm an addict. Hello. How you guys doing? Even like my DLC was and my usage was different, I guess, and I always felt like I was gonna come here and it was gonna be like half baked, and it was like, did you suck dick for weed? Buddhist man. But you see that movie? But I feel like I get here and I hear a lot of stories that I might not relate to, or some stories I do relate to, but I realized that I was powerless over my addiction. That I did wake up early and I wasn't smoking with people way before Corona. I did not want to smoke with nobody. I just wanted to smoke by myself, you know. I feel like that was for kids. That's what I told myself. When you're a grown up, you should be able to have your own. But that was just me wanting it all. It's funny watching the walls of the now break down. All the stuff I told myself that this is why you did this before, and actually having a clear mind and thinking, oh no, that was just so you can get high. So that's why you said that. That's what it was really about. Like I never had my license. Never had a license before, and that was because I didn't want the responsibility of having to be the one that could drive. Again, so I could be high. So I realize now that I started, when I was like in elementary school, just hanging out with my older cousins. I'm Jamaican and Panamanian, so that was always around. It would just seem like the norm. Everybody was always smoking. And then a lot of my family is in recovery now, and they have been in recovery. And I didn't mind being the black sheep. It gave me a reason to feel like that's why they don't like me. It's not because I joke too much. It's not because I'm this person. Or they don't like me because I smoke. You know what I mean? Opposed to even really wondering if it's not that they don't like me, but it's because they do like me. And they want to see me reach that potential that all them teachers wrote on my report card about. You know what I mean? That I never seemed to actually get. I never thought that, I was one of the people that says, I'm not no quitter, I'm not going to quit. That, you know what I mean? That was my motto. And I definitely didn't want to surrender. I was coming to meetings for like almost my first whole 30 days and never got the white chip. Because I didn't want nobody to think that I had relapsed within the 30 days. I didn't know you could get the white chip anytime, that you could just make the surrender. And it feels like since I have done that, since I surrendered, I have been winning. Which is crazy, because I never thought that if you gave up, you could win. I thought that I had to keep going to win. I couldn't just give up. I couldn't just put it somewhere else. And I have trust issues, so even though it's a higher power who created the planet before I got here without my help, I feel like always I needed to be helping. I needed to put myself in there. Hold on, wait. But it feels good to not have responsibility like that, to be able to just live in it and just enjoy it and just kind of be a puppet in the game and just try to. I pray more for overstanding of what happens to me opposed to what I might want to happen to me, and to be prepared for whatever does happen. And that's why I come to the meetings, because I know they say meet and makers make it, and that's my only real goal. Number one goal is to make it. I'm tired of being what can be seen as a failure, subjectively, I guess. But either way, so I'd like to thank all you guys who shared before me and the people that will share after me and accepting me in this group and just letting me see myself in y'all. During the moments y'all shared, letting me see that, hey, oh shit, I'm special, but I'm not that special, They just, that was just the size of the bus I was on. So thanks for letting me share, and thank you guys, Bless, for letting me know I'm an addict.
Nice. Thank you, Sharon. My name is Shannon. I'm an addict.